Phil, we'll just take a look at the putting video and Sam Putlab results from your recent session. So in this shot here, we'll just go to where you weren't using the string line. Okay, so here, if I draw a line up from the ball to the target, we can see that your eyes are just a little bit inside the ball line there. So main reason why we would want to get the eyes over the ball is just so that it makes it more probable you're going to align the putter face square at address. So that's my recommendation there. Also, we want to try and get the feet, the knees, the hips, the arms, the shoulders all parallel to the target line. So maybe because we just can't see any of your left arm there, usually we just see a little bit of that left arm, I'd suggest that your arms and your shoulders might be a hint open. Okay. Then also we want to be able to find a range with spine angle, bend from the waist, somewhere between 110 and 120 degrees. So if I just change the colour there, I might be able to see it against your red shirt. So you're standing quite upright there at 125 degrees. So later on we did a video where you're bending over in a better position. We might bring that up now and show you that. Okay, so we had 125 degrees on the left, and here you are now at 121, which is just about the range of tour players where they're going to be at. And we can see that your eyes now much closer to being over the ball. That's almost perfect there. And then we're also in a situation where we're using that putting mirror, and the putting mirror was so that you could see your shoulder alignment, and you've got your shoulders now square, so stroke path started to improve a little bit. But let's go back and have a look at your putting stroke with this one on the left, see if we can notice anything. Went inside fairly good. Yeah, it looks fairly efficient. Looked like it went slightly inside on the backstroke, and then again reasonably good on the follow through. Let's have a look at face on. I beg your pardon, face on back here. Okay, one thing that I would say about this view is that the ball position is probably a little bit back in the stance, so that could affect how much rise angle there is, upward swing of the putter head at the moment of impact. So preference would be if you're using the middle of your stance as a reference and your left heel, the ball should be in between those two areas. So just moving that ball 1 to 1.5 ball width further forward is probably going to make that putter head swing up this way a little bit more, which is going to help improve the early roll. Other than that, moving that ball forward is going to help get a little bit more spine tilt, but you definitely should feel like your spine is leaning that way just a little bit. Your right shoulder's underneath, lower than your left, right elbow lower than the left. So all these things are probably going to change just a tiny bit if you square up your shoulders at address as well. Now let's have a look at your stroke from face on. Okay, a little bit of movement there with your head just after you've hit it as well, so want to keep nice and quiet there, and the shoulders may be going a little left there as well, which could make the stroke path go left. So we'll have a look at your Sam Putlab numbers now. So here your alignment at address is really good at 0.8 of a degree open, good consistency as well at 94%. Well within the range of tour players, which we can see in these grey bands here. Okay, and then this is your face alignment at impact. So half a degree open. Combine that with a stroke path that's going 1.7 degrees to the left, and predicted ball direction is excellent at 0.2 degrees to the right. So really consistent with your face at impact there, but a little bit inconsistent with your stroke direction, putter path direction. So we're going to see that here. Right, so the putter head should actually swing a little bit to the inside on the backswing, a little bit to the inside on the through swing. Some of these are going very straight. Okay, this is your impact spot. Very good score as well. Well within the normal ranges. Backspin is showing here So again, that's from the rise angle. Putter head should just be swinging a little bit more up at the moment of impact, and that's just the ball position and a little bit of spine tilt, and that'll sort itself out. Okay, and then the next thing is your face rotation. So we'll just go back to that one. Pretty good that you're matching the closure rate here, 10 centimeters before impact and 10 centimeters after. They've scored you pretty well there, and also reasonable consistency. So not too many things to worry about there. Just that stroke path going a little bit left, and of course the stroke path is going to go left when the face on path gets a little bit open. So there's going to be a need, if the face gets a little open during the stroke, that's going to, and it returns a little bit open at impact, that's going to mean the stroke path is going to need to go a little bit left to compensate. A bit inconsistent as well. So make those changes in your setup, and I'm sure you can definitely make some changes in your stroke mechanics, and hopefully then the left to right part will become a little bit easier, because that's very often going to be the hard one when your face on path gets open and when your stroke path going a little left. So stroke mechanics quite good here at 82.9%. Consistency just down a little bit, so we want to improve on that. So yeah, I would definitely say you need to practice with a bit of feedback and be able to ensure that you've got your, for example, your shoulders square at address, the ball position should be a little bit further forward. Then that in effect will change the stroke path a little bit, but also by changing this posture, you look much more athletic there in your address here. Making sure that you keep nice stable lower half, and then you track the ball with your eyes for the first part of the ball roll, then you swivel your head. So head position also important. We don't want to have this forehead too much higher than the chin, so that's a good position there. The back looks much straighter, so you're more likely to move your shoulders around your spine correctly and have your arms stay in front of you and in front of your shoulders all the time. So just play this one through and see how this looks. Slightly inside. Yeah, that definitely didn't look like it went across the line too much on the forward stroke there. So, the main thing is you've got to be able to start the ball on line. So do some practice under a string line like this, and you'll see that ball starts nice on that line. Do some practice where you can see your shoulder alignment, so just a little mirror, or running the shaft along the shoulder line could help as well. Make sure your eyes are over the ball. Those simple things, and I'm sure you can continue to improve your putting and get good results on the course.